I'm Amelie and welcome once again to my channel. Today I'm going to be watching Dangerous Partners episodes 5 and 6. I almost say episode 4 because apparently I'm an idiot who doesn't know numbers. It's episode 5 and 6. And yes, I'm going to watch them together one after the other because otherwise I am never going to finish before the next episode comes out. I think it comes out, at least with subtitles, I've seen they usually come out on Thursday. So this is probably going to come out on Wednesday, so it's going to be close, but I'm definitely finishing this before then. And I was supposed to do this a few days ago, I think last Friday or something like that, but I just had a job offer to do, like for a project, and I just had to take it because I need the money, because my computer is literally 2 seconds away from dying. It has a foot on its grave. I don't know what it is. It is what it is. So I had to take this project. I spent the whole weekend just working and not watching these guys, and I wasn't happy because episode 4 was wild. Was it my favorite episode of the show so far? I don't know, but it definitely had a lot of things that I liked. Obviously, the fact that Rion is alive, which I love. I really like Rion. I'm really happy that we get to see more of her, and especially see more of her interacting with Shiro, interacting with Ichiro, and, you know, maybe finding out this new, let's call it a friendship between them. I don't know. I think it has the potential to be really fun, and I just love her. The way she showed up in the last episode, like, she just went in, started kicking ass, took control, did everything right. She was a queen. I love her. So I'm really happy to see her. But obviously there is a downside to her appearance, which is the fact that now Shiro knows that she's alive and that he essentially sacrificed 3 years of his life thinking that he was, you know, kind of finding out who was responsible for his sister death, and then it turns out that it was all in vain. And those 3 years for Shiro, I bet they were just hell. He had to essentially completely change who he was. He had to do a lot of things that, you know, they weren't necessarily things that he would normally do, but also he has to do a lot of things that they weren't very good for him, and I don't think those 3 years were very easy for him, and it completely changed him as a person. So having to face that, you know, the moment he saw his sister, like, I'm sure that deep down he was happy she was alive, but you can tell in his face, like, the first thing he thought is like, why did you do this? And I think Rion actually really loves Shiro, so I'm sure she had a good reason to do what she did. That still doesn't change the fact of what happened, but I do believe that they just have to sit down and, you know, they have to talk things through, and just maybe this episode can be that. I think this episode we can just not fight, let's not kick anybody in the face, let's just sit down and have a talk and sort things out before we continue investigating. I think this takes precedence. So I'm very hopeful that is, you know, what we are going to see in this episode. What else happened in the last episode? We also got the revelation that maybe there is someone else behind everything. I kind of assumed that the person responsible for everything was Osu Masashi, who is the Prime Minister's son. I kind of assumed that he was behind everything, but now it turns out that there's someone even behind him. Like, we keep finding out people behind other people. It's like, who's going to be in this next episode? Who's going to appear? Like, who's going to be behind this other guy? I feel like it's just one guy after the other until the end of the show. Which, you know, at least it keeps us guessing. So hopefully we'll get more information about this guy, like who is he, what's happening. And also we have something else that happened in the last episode. We have this woman who works for this mysterious guy, and yes, she has a great style. The way she kick everyone, like, oh, she kicks ass. Let's just say, put it like that. She kicks ass. She was definitely a very interesting character. I don't know if I can forgive the fact that she tortured Shiro, but I can admire, she definitely has style. However, she also seemed to have, like, maybe some kind of beef with Rian. I got the feeling that maybe they knew each other from before. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see if there is something there as well. I think that's everything that I have to say about the last episode. I'm excited to see this one. For this episode, like, I'm going to, when you go to the description to look for the links, you're going to find actually two links. I'm going to separate this in episode 5 and episode 6, just to make it more convenient, but I'm definitely watching one after the other. So, what time is it already? It's like 2:30 in the morning here, so I can anticipate that the more we advance with the episodes, the less my brain is going to work. So consider yourself, bro. My God, already the language part of my brain, it seems not to be working. So imagine what's going to be in an hour. But here we are. I don't have any other time to record this, and this is what we get. So I'm so sorry. So let's watch this. Let's go to episode number 5 right now.